I'll use this help.
You cracked?
One's dead. You dead?
Dude, I can't play.
Yo, someone's here.
Team on the roof.
Start take shots.
Oh my god, dude. What's going on, guys? Chameleon here. Today I'm going to show you the best class setup for the M16 tactical rifle. In one of the latest updates, the AUG had its recoil nerfed. It's now tougher to control at long ranges, especially for controller players. You'll probably be fine in mid-range though. But overall, in my opinion, the M16 is now better than the AUG. It's already being used in tournaments now, since it was left untouched and received no nerf. It can drop people with just 2 bursts at any range because it has no damage drop off. Meaning if you could hit someone all the way across the map, they'll still take the same amount of damage as they would if they were right in front of you, which is pretty crazy. And with this class setup I'm about to show you, you guys are going to dominate your competition. What is your favorite sniper in the game? Leave me a comment below. But real quick, before we start, please smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel with the notification bell on, and here we go, let's do this. First up, we have the muzzle. You want to set this to the agency silencer. This is the equivalent of the monolithic suppressor we use on Modern Warfare guns for Warzone. But instead, for Cold War guns, it's called the agency silencer. This gives you sound suppression to silence your weapon, help with vertical recoil, increase bullet velocity from its base speed of 615 meters per second, and an increase in effective damage range, while losing ADS from its base ADS speed of 300 milliseconds, and some loss in aiming stability as well. So the sound suppression here is super important for Warzone. If you don't have your gun silenced, you'll appear on enemy radars every time you shoot, and that'll lead you to a lot of trouble. This will help you avoid all of that. The increase in bullet velocity and recoil help is a huge plus as well, but the increase in effective damage range, that doesn't make sense to me. However, I'll get into the details on that when we talk about the barrels. But just know that the best muzzle to use here is the agency silencer. Next up, we have the barrel. The best option here used to be the titanium barrel, but this received a nerf to its bullet velocity. So now you want to set this to the strike team barrel. This gives us an 8% increase in our rate of fire, bringing it from the base rate of fire of 436 rounds per minute to about 470 rounds per minute. This also therefore increases our TTK since we can now shoot faster. The cons here are effective damage range and aiming stability. Oddly, there isn't a single thing listed here about bullet velocity. However, the strike team will give you a 22% increase in bullet velocity, bringing it to about 960 meters per second. Cold War attachments are usually messed up, so things don't match up to what they either do or what they say. However, there is no drop off in damage with the M16, meaning you can shoot someone from the top of dam all the way to prison, and if you hit that shot, that person will take the same amount of damage as they would if they were standing directly in front of you, and that's pretty insane. Its damage profile is 72 damage to the head and 40 everywhere else. So the quote-unquote con here of effective damage range isn't true and just further adds to the messiness of the Cold War attachments. Next up, we have the underbarrel. You want to set this to the field agent foregrip. This will help with both horizontal and vertical recoil. It'll tighten up the burst, making it easier to hit your target. When you're shooting at a target already in prone though, it can be a little difficult to land your shots because the gun will kick up a bit and fire the second and third round higher if you don't control it right. Whereas if you're shooting from high ground down onto a target, it's much easier to land your shots, but either way, the field agent foregrip here will help the most. For the ammo, the default mag has 30 rounds in it, and that's not enough for trios or quads, so you want to set this to the 45 round mag. You'll get 15 burst shots with this before having to reload, which is plenty for trios and quads. You're most likely not going to use this gun in close quarters combat, so you'll have time to reload or switch to a secondary if you get pushed. The other mags here aren't really worth it as they hurt your ADS, so stick with the 45 round mags instead. Lastly, for the optic, you want to set this to the axial arms. This is definitely one of the better optics to use for how the M16 should be utilized. However, if you don't like this, you could try running one of your own preference. Just make sure it doesn't have a big ADS penalty and you should be fine. I recommend everyone stay away from the rear grips. Generally, these are all pretty useless, at least for now until they fix them to have more of an impact. But as of today, only a couple of them actually do anything, and you don't even need one for an M16 Warzone build anyway. For lasers, you don't need any of these either based on how you'll be using your M16. You're not using this gun to hip fire, nor do you need to increase the effective damage range, as I had mentioned why before, so stay away from these as well. And with the stocks, the combat stock or the raider stock look enticing, but you really can't drop an attachment here in place of a stock. Unless you're playing solos or duos, then maybe you could drop the extra ammo, or if you can control the recoil really well, drop the underbarrel, but personally I don't think you need a stock for how you're going to use this gun. So now, this is the best class to use for Warzone. My final thoughts on this gun is that it can be pretty punishing when you land your burst. It's a 2-shot kill as long as you mix in a headshot. It's easy to keep enemies pinned and is a good option to use if you don't want to run a sniper. It's probably best to pair this with either a MAC or an FFAR. Overall, it's just a really solid gun and a welcomed addition. So that about wraps it up for this video. If this was helpful to you or you just enjoyed it, please smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel with the notification bell on, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Oh, behind me.
Oh, it's full squad on the roof.
Oh yeah, I see him. They get shot at by another team.
He's down.
Nice.
Another still sniping. Cracked. Dead.
Nice.
Nice. There you go, man.
Anything?
Car coming in. They're out. Dead.
Oh.
Yeah, across. Like the other twin tower.
Enemy UAV
I
overhead.
killed the guy that was
Sitting there
flying
watching.
out.
Enemy UAV overhead has entered the gulag.
What?
Oh, we're here.
Nice.
2 down. 1 full killed.
Enemy patrol.
I'm hitting up.
He's down.
Nice. Behind
Oh
the
my
tree.
God, dude.
He's gonna die in the gas. Unless he comes out now.
That's a win.
There you go. Easy.
Yo, let's do it.
Right there.
Enemy.
Down. Cracked.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Cracked. Down.
Oh, nice.
Nice job,
One
dude.
die.
Who's shooting at you?
Subway. That's 2 dead.
I downed one.
1 down.
Enemies here.
Abe, yeah.
Down.
Nice, dude. Good. All right.
Another behind
so
us.
people.
Loadout. Dead. They all jumped out.
Hey, there's another squad behind us too.
Oh, he had to stop it.
People aren't there.
Yep.
Down.
Come on, man. Nice. Good job.
Hit me. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, another guy. Ah, one shot.
Got him.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, wow, that was
I'll
clutch.
go get Will. I'll go get Will. Cover me.
Down 1.
Cover inside the building. When they come out, I'll.
He's down. There's another one in the rock.
Just use it though.
Crack.
Well, you know one. Oh, I'm getting shot from behind. Oh, right here, guys. Like me.
Contacting rally point.
Glitch. I can't see my gun.
1 minute.
One's down.
You pay.
There's a squad right here holding the light too. That's funny.
What the? Oh my God. Oh. 3 of them are down. Only 1 guy's alive right there.
Hot pink.
Down him? Got 1 guy?
Across the street.
He's down.
It's a full squad, so right?
He's down.
Yo, I got one. I got one inside garage.
He's cracked.
Down.
2 walls. Nice.
No way. Get shot from behind. On our left.
He's down.
Mid caliber here.
Oh my god.
He's down.
I'm gonna get to a safer place.
One down.
Something heartbeat?
He's down.
I've been sighted.
I gotta play up. Backing off.